Hi kid! Hello children! And welcome to KidTime StoryTime, where you see Olivia the Ostrich has decided to join us today. Yes, as you all know, I am all about the arts as a drama teacher. Yes, you are, but this is not a drama book. No, this is the other side of Olivia the Ostrich, because I too enjoy a bit of sport. You do you? What kind of sport? Let me guess. You like ice skating? No. You like swimming? Nope. Okay, how about just good old-fashioned baseball? No, silly storyteller. I prefer a rousing game of Sneedball, or Womble, or Muck. Ah, yes, those are the sports this ostrich enjoys. Wow, I've never ever heard of these sports, but I have a feeling that in How Tom Beat Captain Najork and his hired sportsmen, we're about to hear all about these wacky sports. Tom lived with his maiden aunt, Miss Fidget Wonkum Strong. She wore an iron hat and took no nonsense from anyone. When she walked, the flowers drooped, whoo, and when she sang, la, 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 the trees all shivered. Whew, I feel a chill in the air already. Tom, there he is, liked to fool around. He fooled with sticks and stones and crumpled paper, with muses and passages and dustbins and bent nails and broken glass and holes in fences. Oof, all kinds of trouble, this one. He fooled around with mud and stomped and squelched and slithered through it. Shoo! Boy, I'd hate to have to do his laundry. He fooled around on high-up things that shook and wobbled and teetered. Oh, that's just a heart attack waiting to happen for a parent. He fooled around with dropping things from bridges into rivers and then fishing them out. He fooled around with barrels and alleys. Oh my gosh, whatever you do not be like Tom. When Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong asked him what he was doing, Tom said that he was fooling around. "It looks very much like playing to me," said Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong. "Too much playing is not good, and you play too much. You'd better stop it and do something useful." "All right," said Tom. But he did not stop. He did a little fooling around with 2 or 3 cigar bands and a paperclip. At dinner, Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong, wearing her iron hat, oof, heavy, said, "Eat your mutton and your cabbage and potato sog." "All right," said Tom. He ate it. Oof, I don't know if I would have done that. I don't think anything that sounds like sog sounds particularly appetizing. After dinner, Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong said, "Now learn off pages 65 to 75 of the Nautical Almanac. And that will teach you not to fool around so much." "All right," said Tom. And he learned them off. Wow. Aren't you glad that you don't have to learn pages 65 through 75 of the Nautical Almanac? "From now on, I shall keep an eye on you," Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong said, "and if you do not stop fooling around, I shall send for Captain Najork and his hired sportsmen." "Who is Captain Najork?" said Tom. "Captain Najork," said Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong, "is 7 feet tall, with eyes like fire, a voice like thunder, and a handlebar mustache. His trousers are always freshly pressed, his blazer is immaculate, his shoes are polished, mirror bright, and he is every inch a terror. When Captain Najork is sent for, he comes up the river in his pedal boat with his hired sportsmen, all pedaling hard. He teaches fooling around boys the lesson they so badly need, and it is not one that they soon forget." Well, Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong kept an eye on Tom. He, however, as you can see for yourself, did not stop fooling around. He did low and muddy fooling around. He did high and wobbly fooling around. He fooled around with dropping things off bridges, and he fooled around with barrels and alleys. This one's just looking for trouble. "Very well," said Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong at table in her iron hat. Wow, that woman must have a very strong neck. "Eat your greasy bloaters." Oof, Tom ate 'em. "I have warned you," said Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong, "that I should send for Captain Najork if you did not stop fooling around. I have done that. As you like to play so much, you shall play against Captain Najork and his hired sportsmen. They play hard games, and they play them jolly hard. Prepare yourself." "All right," said Tom, and he fooled around with a bottle top and a burnt match. Oh my gosh, do not play with matches. The next day, Captain Najork came up the river. Oh, there he is, with his hired sportsmen, pedaling his pedal boat. There they are. There he is. There's the big thingamabob they're carrying. Oh, well, they look like strong sportsmen. They must be if they've paddled all this way. Well, they came ashore smartly, carrying an immense brown paper parcel, which we saw on the boat. They marched into the garden. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Najork was only 6 feet tall. Remember, she told us he was 7 feet tall. His eyes were not like fire. His voice was not like thunder. "Right," said Captain Najork. "Where is the sportive infant?" "There." "Here." "Right," said the captain. "We shall play Womble, Muck, and Sneedball in that order." Oh, those are the sports that Olivia the Ostrich likes. No wonder she was hanging around. The hired sportsmen sniggered as they undid the immense brown paper parcel, set up the Womble run, the ladders, and the net, and distributed the rakes and stakes. Oh my. How do you play Womble? "Oh, you'll find out." "Who's on my side?" "Nobody. Let's get started." Okay. Womble turned out to be a shaky, high up, wobbling and teetering sort of game, and Tom was, as a matter of fact, used to that very kind of fooling around. The captain's side raked first. Tom staked. The hired sportsmen played so hard that they wombled too fast and were shaky with the rakes. Tom fooled around the way he always did, and all his stakes dropped true. When it was his turn to rake, he did not let Captain Najork and the hired sportsmen score a single rung, and at the end of the snitch, he won by 6 ladders. I did not understand a single word I just read. I only know that Tom and all his previous foolings arounds helped him win this game. "Right," said Captain Najork, clenching his teeth. "Muck next, same sides." The court was laid out at low tide in the river mud. Tom mucked first and slithered through the marks while the hired sportsmen pulled and shoveled. Tom had fooled around with mud so much that he scored time after time after time. Captain Najork's men pulled too hard and shoveled too fast and just tired themselves out. Tom just mocked and fooled around, and when the tide came in, he led the opposition 673 to 49. Gee willikers! That's a killer blowout game! "Really?" said Aunt Fidget Strong to Captain Najork. "You must make an effort to teach this boy a lesson." "Oh, some boys learn hard," said the captain, chewing his mustache. "Now for Sneedball." Here we go. Sneedball. The hired sportsmen brought out the ramp, the slide, the barrel, the bobble, the sneeding tongs, the bar, and the grapples. Tom saw at once that Sneedball was like several kinds of fooling around that he was particularly good at. What fooling around is he not good at? Partly it was like dropping things off bridges into rivers and fishing them out. And partly it was like fooling around with barrels in alleys. What a coinky-dink. "I had better tell you," said the captain to Tom, "that I played in the Sneedball finals 5 years running." They couldn't have been very final if you had to keep going back and doing it for 5 years, said Tom. He motioned the captain aside, away from Aunt Widget Wonkum Strong. Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong. Ooh, what a name. "Let's make this interesting." "What do you mean?" "Let's play for something. Let's see if I win, I get your pedal boat." "Oh, what do I get if I win? Because I am certainly going to win this one." "You can have Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong." "Oh, she's impressive. I admit that freely. A very impressive lady." "She fancies you. I can tell by the way she looks sideways at you from underneath her iron hat." "No!" "Yeah, and you'll part with her? She'll have me?" "Well, it's the only sporting thing to do." Agreed then," said the captain. By George, I'm almost sorry that I'm going to have to teach you a lesson by beating you at Sneedball. Let's get started. All right, a side deal has been struck. The hired sportsman had first slide. Captain Najork himself barreled, and he and his men played like demons. But Tom tonged the bobble in the same fooling around way that he had fished things out of the river, and quickly moved into the lead. Captain Najork sweated big drops, and he slid his barrel too hard, so it hit the stop and slopped over. But Tom just fooled around, and when it was his slide, he never spilled a drop. Do you understand all this game? Yep, me neither. But the point is, Tom's winning. Darkness fell, but they shot up flares and went on playing. By 3 o'clock in the morning, past the bedtime, Tom had won 85-10. And as the last flare went up above the garden, he looked down from the ramp at the defeated Captain Najork and his hired sportsmen, and he said, "Maybe that'll teach you not to fool around with a boy who knows how to fool around." Captain Najork broke down and wept. Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong had put him to bed, though, and brought him some peppermint tea, and then he felt better. Look at that, a little budding romance right there. Helping him out because he's feeling so blue. Little does she know that he digs her, but apparently maybe she digs him a little bit. Tom took his boat, since he won, and pedaled to the town next down the river. There he advertised in the newspaper for a new aunt. What? You can do that? When he found one that he liked, he told her, "No greasy bloaters, no mutton, and no cabbage and potato sog. And I do a lot of fooling around. No monodical almanacking either. These are my conditions." Well, here she is. The new aunt's name was Bundle Joy Cozy Sweet. She had a floppy hat with flowers on it, and she had long hair. "That sounds fine to me," she said. "We'll have a go." Well, her name even suggests a much happier sort of aunt. Well, back to our original aunt. Aunt Fidget Wonkum Strong married Captain Najork, even though he had lost the Sneedball game, and they were very happy together. She made the hired sportsmen learn off pages of the Nautical Almanac every night after dinner, and they all lived happily ever after. How about that for a sporting sort of book? Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I hope that you enjoyed watching all these rousing Womble, Muck, and Sneedball games as much as I did. It is almost as good as watching the telecast back in good old jolly England. Yes, wasn't it though? Yes. Very rousing the way you read these books, and I was on the edge of my seat. It makes me miss my old college days. Sigh. Well, kid, I hope that you enjoyed it as much as Olivia the Ostrich here did. Oh, I sure do. Well, remember to come back anytime you want, and of course, subscribe. Of course, because otherwise how do you know that we have new stuff happening, which is happening here all the time. See you next time, kid, on Hit It! Kid Time Story Time.